Life can throw us some curveballs. They can be financial curveballs or relational. It can be a bad health diagnosis, unexpected loss, or death. And when curveballs happen to us, they impact every area of our life, including our professional life. Be the Reason is all about human connections. Because no matter how much we think we know how we are being heard, there is one thing that I can guarantee based on my decades of professional experience. Other humans will hear us differently than we hear ourselves. In other words, the responsibility is on us to communicate as effectively as possible, whether in professional or personal conversations. So let's dig in. This video is a really tough topic. All of us are extremely different. All humans are. And in the workplace, we're different from our peers. We're different from our employees or the leaders. Our clients and customers are the students we have, or patients we have, or partners in the business. We're all different. You get the picture. But if you are facing a crisis that can and will most likely impact your job, how will you communicate that? First off, you are the only person responsible for communicating. You are it. And here's the deal. You don't have to communicate. The choice is up to you. We always have a choice, but we don't have the option of being angry that our employer doesn't understand what we're going through if we don't communicate to our employer what we're going through. We can't be mad or discouraged or upset that they don't get it when we haven't communicated anything. And we can't be angry if our job is in jeopardy because of our lack of communication. And you know what? It's super smart to be thinking about how you would respond if life throws you a curveball. If you don't have a curveball yet, planning can really help. Prepare now and think about who you would share with and what you would share when the opportunity happens. But here's the issue. You still may not want to share anything. Maybe you are an extremely private person. Maybe your workplace is full of gossip. Maybe you're worried that if you share something, it could actually jeopardize your job. Maybe you simply are emotionally exhausted and you can't put words to what you're going through. All of those things could in fact be true. But that's exactly why it's important now for you to be thinking through how you would handle being an effective communicator if you were thrown a curveball. You have to start with what is the objective. For me, when I have had a personal crisis, the objective has been for me to get through that as successfully as I possibly can and continue to do the best job possible during that time frame. The harsh reality is that your employer has hired you to do a specific job for the business. That's what they're expecting. If nothing is communicated from you to your employer, do you find fault in your employer for questioning the job performance that they're seeing from you during that time? It's really not fair if nothing's been communicated. So here are my suggestions on how you can tackle what needs to be said. Number one is think through who you could speak with. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's human resources, but think about it. Number two, think through what you would say and how you would say it. And I really want to encourage you to embrace the approach that less is more. The person you're speaking with has their own job, their own roles, their own responsibilities, and their own life. But chances are that Part of their job is to help enable you to be successful at yours and provide the right environment and tools and resources. But it's not for them to walk through the chaos that you're currently in personally, to walk through that with you. Number 3, when you do share, plan on sharing in a private setting or private meeting. Don't do it in a team meeting. Number 4, before you tell them the situation, go ahead and set the tone with the full expectation of confidentiality. Number 5, let them know that you have every intention of still being a very solid employee for the business at the very best of your capability. But also let them know that you may not be able to sign up for anything above and beyond what your role is. Especially let them know that if that's typically what you like to do. And then ask them or state that you hope they understand. And then lastly, number 6, let them know that this has been an extremely difficult conversation for you to have with them. And because of that, you will give them a status update in such and such a time. Maybe it's 30 days. But you get behind the wheel on the messaging and when you're going to give them a status update on the scenario. That is incredibly respectful, and it also takes the pressure off the person that you're speaking with, because now they're not wondering how often they need to bring it up to you. Let them know when you'll give them a status update and put it on your calendar and do it. If someone were to approach me with this when they were having a personal crisis, my professional respect for them would grow tenfold. Please know that I am very, very aware that this approach may not work in all situations. We've already established how extremely different everyone is. But if you want to continue being a highly effective communicator in your career, then you need to be prepared to communicate when life does throw you a curveball. You can do it. I know you can. And I hope that you don't get curveballs, but that's not the reality either. So think through it and remember those steps. By the way, if you enjoy this content, please hit subscribe below. Thanks.